Hey boys and girls, I got myself all lubed and stretched for my Pilates that I'm going to later. Well, actually right away. And, oh yeah, I didn't do this my last time. I must do this. Jaime's Body Lube. For when you got a little crouse in your Goalie. There, I said it. It is Arizona time at Nutella o'clock, which I just had, just before I did my stretch and lube. But the Arizona Coyote, by the way, this is on a new series now. And we had a series previous to this that talked about the how projections from the beginning of the season and talking about the teams in general. And I focused a lot on coaching. This one, however, now, and you can go to my YouTube channel, my NHL Pearls of Wisdom, just search engine that, and you'll find a bevy of enlightenment for you with all the teams in the original series. Arizona now is pretty much where I had them. And pretty much where everybody had them. It would have been a big surprise if Arizona was anywhere near a contender this year, even to Shaka Khan. I love that name, and now I'm going to have that in my head for the next 2-3 days, and so will you. You're welcome. They pretty much knew they were going to be out of it this year. This is pretty much a tank year. Where do they go from here? Well, they really love the trade deadline this year. The good news is they're doing this tank job, I guess if you want to call it that, at a time when it is a really good time to do so, to speed it up. You're going to have an expansion draft coming up right away, and there's going to be a whole lot of players available for draft picks at the end of the year. So what Arizona needs to do is trade everything they can for draft picks that they aren't going to be using for their future. That goes for Doan, and I'm almost 100% Doan will be going somewhere. So get excited about that if he ends up on your team, because that is a guy that can push you over even at 40 years old. Love you, Shane. Love ya. The Martinukes. Yeah, I don't know what that is either, but apparently guys coaches like Tippett can make Martinukes into like third round draft picks, and that's probably what they're going to get for him, something like that. He's serviceable, and they can get a draft pick for him. Any guys like that for Bada. They just signed Goligoski last year for like 4 or 5 years, and he's 31 years old, and they really should be trading him anyways, but you're not going to, because eventually you're going to need free agents, and free agents don't like going to places where you sign them and then trade them the next year. Not a good idea. So Goligoski is going to have to stay. In the first episode of Arizona, we talked about the youth that they have, and there's lots. One guy I didn't mention, I don't think, was D'Angelo, who they picked up from Tampa Bay for a second-round draft pick last year. For a guy who's Hravic, or I think his name's Hravic. He's from Czech. He's a Czech, I think. Background on that, but he's going to be a good defenseman too. But I love this kid. Shaka did a really good job of picking him up, and they've been putting him down in the minors right now, and there's a lot of times when he looked like the best defenseman they had. So that tells you pretty much where they're heading. They're just focusing on building a team right now. Winning is like not happening. What they really need to do right now is beg and plead, and I don't know, bring in a hypnotist if they have to, whatever you gotta do. Drug them. Okay, I'm kidding, sort of. Yeah, okay, I'm kidding. But they gotta hope that Smith can decide to leave, and because he's got no trade clause in his contract, and work with him to try to get him in a right place. The goalie market out there is exceptional. There's a lot of teams needing a goalie. There's a lot of teams that could use Smith. He's got a really long contract, so that makes it kind of tough. But If you can find a place for him, and off the top of my head, I can't think exactly. Even if you trade him to Dallas and take back one of those guys that aren't really very good, even if it's Lettinen, you can, yeah, oh gosh, that would be hard to do. Let's hope you can get, what's his name that played in San Jose, won a cup in Chicago there. His name escapes me off the top of my head. You can tell me what it is in the comment section below. That's pretty much where they're going. They're going to pretty much trade everything off. They're going to get draft picks. And if you're an Arizona fan, don't fret. I know it's been kind of rough going through all of your arena deals and wondering if you're going to keep the team. I hope the hell you do, because we need your market. We love you guys. Just stick with it. Shaka looks like a genius, a young genius, and he's going to build that team really well. You got some really good players coming up. Strome, as you already know, and Dvorak looks like he's going to be an excellent player as well. You got a Reader there. You've got, some building blocks. And like I said, D'Angelo, as I just mentioned. But they got to trade Murphy. That's another one that they have to trade. If anybody can take the Connaughtons and stuff like that, trade them off. In the off season, there's gonna be a lot of players available through the expansion draft for picks. So get whatever picks you can, and you can speed up this rebuild quite a bit by doing that. So don't get too down. If you're enjoying these videos, or even if you're not, as I mentioned before, you can go to my YouTube channel, My NHL Pearls of Wisdom. Please like and subscribe, because that helps me being able to keep on doing this fine programming for you. That's my full 42%. That's all I got. Have a great day, everybody.